This video is sponsored by PayKun, most trusted payment gateway interface in India. PayKun comes with easy integration, fast settlement with 120 payment options, zero setup fees and no paperwork. In this video, we will be integrating and PayKun payment gateway in Python
Fill in the
Django
account
code.
details.
So let's get started by setting up
agreements
and the PayKun.
Click on
account.
create account.
You will see a business detail page. You have to fill it and click on save and next. Then you have to add your bank details and save. Now you will see a dashboard like this. Then click on profile and you have to create a sandbox for your PayKun account. Click on create sandbox and you will get the credentials for your sandbox. Now you can log in by clicking on sandbox login. You have to log in with that password and then you will see a dashboard like this. This is the sandbox dashboard. Click on settings, then click on security and you have to create the API key for your PayKun account so that you can use it in your code. This is your access token and API key secret. You can download these details. Once the detail has been downloaded, again clicking on profile account, you will see a copy merchant ID. You have to copy this merchant ID. We will be using it as we will gradually grow in our code. Copy it. Now it's time to integrate the PayKun payment gateway in our Python Django code. We will be downloading the repository from official PayKun GitHub account. So go to this link, or I will be putting all the links in description, and type Python. Okay, then click on this Python web sample kit and download this repository. After extracting the zip file, you will see the files like this. Now open this folder in your terminal or PowerShell or Git Bash. I'll open it in my Git Bash. Then I have to install Virtual Env here. I have already installed Virtual Env, so I will be using this command Virtual Env and env. My Virtual Env is being created. Now I have to activate it. /space/env scripts. For Ubuntu it will be bin env/bin and activate. Now my Virtual Env is being activated. Now I will be installing Django. So pip install Django. Now we have to install crypto. So for that, pip install PyCryptodome and hit enter. Once these libraries has been installed, we need to go inside the code. So I will be opening this folder in my favorite editor. Then, as in the documentation, it says that we have to edit our view.py file. Okay, now I'll go in view.py and in here we have to change all these requirements. Okay, so first what we'll do, we'll run this code in our terminal. So python manage.py run server. Okay, and it says that PHP serializer is not installed, so we'll install that. So it will be pip install PHP serializer. Now let's see again if it is running, and we can see that it is running. Now we can go in browser and type localhost /pay now. Okay, now you can see our code is being running, and now we have to change our requirements in this file. Okay, so if you see previously we have copied API key, access token and merchant ID. We will be using this. I have pasted all these codes in my notepad, so I will be copying these merchant ID and I will be replacing all these text. So here my merchant ID, then here is my access token, then we have to copy the API key or encryption key. Okay, now this will be false as we are using it in test mode. And then the order ID, remember the order ID should be more than 10 digits. So I'll give it as order ID 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, then the product ID, so product ID will be in characters. So for now I'll give it as jeans clothes. Okay, my amount will be like 1500 and my success URL, so I can give my success URL same. Okay, so I'll give my success URL the same link and the failure URL also the same link. Okay, now the customer name, so all these details you can create in form and you can add these things. Then once the detail has been filled, now you can go here and refresh and click on pay now. Okay, so it will redirect me to the Sandbox PayKun.com, and in here if you see my details have already been filled. So as you can see, this was email, so we have to change it, so it will be example, and in here it will be also email. Okay, then click on next, and now you will see that these are the debit details. Now what we can do, we can use test cards of PayKun. So you have to go to this documentation and you will be getting the card details. For temporary you can use these card details, so I can use it here. Then you have to give the future date. Okay, then the CSV is 1111 and the card name is test, and I'll click on pay now. Okay, so if you see my PayKun test transaction, and we have to choose an action, so as it now will choose success. So what will go first, will log, and we'll go to transactions. In here the order ID was this, the John example, and it was success. Now if you see here, my payment has been successful and it will be redirected to me to the payment pay now button. So if you see here, if I refresh, this was initialized, now it will be in success. Yes, again what we'll do, we'll click on pay now and it is saying invalid. Okay, so what we have to do is that after invalid it will be redirecting me to the same URL, because we have given the failure URL like that. Okay, so what we'll do, click on order ID and we'll give it as 6, then we have to pay now. Okay, now we have to again fill them the details. We have to click on pay now, and for now we'll choose an action as failed. So payment failed and the transaction will be replaced. And if you see, we are getting the payment ID. So we can use this payment ID in our database for our future use. And if you see here, the order payment was unsuccessful, failed. So this is how you can integrate PayKun payment gateway in your Python Django code. Thanks for watching. If you like my video, please give a like, share this video with your friends. Thank you. Bye bye.